Hi, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and 12 days ago I did this video here. It was called Let's Revisit EGLD, MEX, XMEX and ZoidPay. Is 99.99% down dead. Okay, so this is a chain that I was involved with quite a lot back in 2020 onwards really, and I still am, unfortunately, but I think it's dying, to be honest. But let's just have a look at the how bad everything really is. So last time I was looking at the price of EGLD, MEX and ZoidPay. Now ZoidPay is a little bit different because ZoidPay is changing. It's going to be a token that's going to disappear from the Multiverse X thing, and I'm actually quite hopeful about it. So it's not all bad news with this. It's some of it is rather good news, I think. So yeah, so that was the video from 12 days ago. So let's have a look at the X exchange and see what is owed to me this week. Okay, so as you can see here, it's got a notification saying energy rewards are in. Previous claim 2 weeks ago. I'm sure it was a 1 week ago, but anyway, let's claim the rewards anyway, see what there is. This is extremely slow at the moment. I think that's because my internet is rubbish and I'm uploading another YouTube video at the same time. But anyway, there it is. Okay, right, not that exciting, is it? So in liquid tokens, MEX, I've got $1 worth, and in locked tokens, XMEX, which is locked for 4 years, I've got 52 cents. Pretty rubbish, isn't it? Let's claim that anyway. Okay, so signing the transaction over on Xportal, and that's claiming the rewards down there. So let's go to the portfolio. Now, the thing about X exchanges, I've noticed this convert small assets to MEX, and I don't really want to do that. I don't want to convert like little bits of dust into MEX because MEX just goes down in value all the time. However, I thought I'd have a look at Xportal because that's got something slightly different on there. So let's go and have a look at that. Okay, so over here on Xportal, I can do convert small balances. So I've got MEX, WDI, UTK, USDT, Foxy, SFIT, Soxno, Ride, HTM, BAT, Tadar. I mean, these are all tiny. A1X, Crew, Rare, Cyber, A1X or X or whatever, Fox, Tara, Offie, Frig, Hype. Look, I don't know. I've no idea what all these are. But anyway, I can convert 42 tokens apparently. Receive 42 e-gold. Can't believe that. Doesn't sound right. Well, this was indeed a total shock because I didn't realise I had all these little bits really, and it must have been the stuff that you get by, I don't know, just being part of the DEX kind of thing, and you get them rewards every week, and they were so small that I could never see them. So this was quite a pleasant surprise. Obviously, it'd be better if each e-gold was worth $500, but it's not. It's worth about $3 at the moment. So, the amount there isn't huge. But nevertheless, it's something I'd never even thought of doing because I just thought I'll just ignore all the dust, But this kind of went through the process. You can see here it's like swapping, ALP 2975, whatever. I don't even know what that is. But anyway, so that was already quite pleasant, really. So yeah, I'd probably suggest, not financial advice, of course, but if you've had an Xportal wallet for a long time and you've been involved with the DEX, with the MyR DEX, and later on the X Exchange, and you've been doing stuff there, it might be worth just checking your dust, and see if you can actually turn that into something that you can use. Now, this process did actually take a few minutes, so obviously there's quite a bit to be done, really. And you can see here at the top, it's saying all this, transaction received, saying received e-gold from Soxno, swap aggregator, and it's just working its way through all these weird little tokens. Anyway, it appears to be done now, so I'm going to go back to the X Exchange and see what we can see there, because, yeah, I'd want to do something with this EGLD. Over here, it's still saying I've got 0.28 e-gold. Let's try refreshing this page. Okay, so yeah, I have 42.8 e-gold there, and I've got this ZoidPay here, and I've got XMEX there. Okay. Now, the last time I looked at eGold, I was looking at the all-time low we had in April this year, and unfortunately we got a new all-time low last Thursday, so that was down here. So now overall the price of eGold has come down rather a lot, so it's now down 98.7% from its all-time high. So you can see that from the all-time high in 2021, it's now down 99.37%, which is pretty terrible, isn't it? So let's have a look how MEX is doing. Well, as you'd expect with MEX being a sort of down-only chart, we have indeed got a new all-time low as well. So we were down 99.98% before, so now we're down to there, which is 99.98 still. So it's not lost all its value yet, but it's pretty damn low. With a current price of 0.33 times 10 to the minus $6, so that's 0.33 millionths of a dollar. So pretty much zero. Now, of course, me being the idiot that I am, I have actually got 3.7 billion XMEX, which is worth $1,240. But of course, we know it's not worth that because that is mostly locked. And probably by the time it locks, it will actually be worth nothing. So pretty depressing with MEX. So what can I do with that eGold? I think the only option for me is to turn it into ZoidPay, because ZoidPay is the only thing that I think is going to recover a bit before it bridges over to the new token. So do you know what? I'm just going to go here. So I'm going to swap 42.5 EGLD into 17,910 ZoidPay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that's done now. So my EGLD is worth $1.87 and my ZoidPay is worth 5,260. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so why am I so keen on ZoidPay? Well, I have been for quite a long time, really, even though I was quite frustrated with it over the last 2 years because not a lot seemed to be happening, but I believe it is happening now. And there's a few things I can't talk about, but that they are very positive. But yeah, so ZoidPay is going to become a token called Other, and I think this is going to be really good. Now, Other is going to be predominantly on the Solana chain, but it's also going to be on Base as well, not Multiverse X, and we'll be able to swap ZoidPay for the Other token. And if we look at the price of the Other token that's been offered privately at the moment, you might be able to follow my logic. So you can see here the current price of ZoidPay is about 0.8 of a cent, so $0.008. Okay, and if we look at the sale site for Other, so this is another app.sale, we will be able to swap ZoidPay 1-to-1 for Other. Now, it is worth bearing in mind that Other will have a larger token supply than ZoidPay, so that might change things a little bit. But the point being is the private phase that's now finished, they were selling Other token at 1 cent. Okay, so more than ZoidPay is now. The current price is on this unicorn thing, I don't know what that is, but that is 0.0125, so slightly more than the ZoidPay now. And then the public phase over here is going to be 2.5 cents. So that is like pretty much, 2.5, a little bit more than 2.5 times what it is now. So am I expecting a 2.5x? I'm actually expecting a lot more, to be honest, actually, but I think, an easy 2, 3, 4, maybe 5x initially is probably quite likely. Now, we're not going to be able to swap ZoidPay to Other until the bridge is live, and the bridge won't be live until the app is live. The app, they are fairly confident that it will be in this quarter of 2026, so Q2, which gives us another 4 weeks. However, I think it might happen sooner, so for that reason I am stocking up on ZoidPay. Now, ZoidPay is available on Xportal. It's also available on Qcoin as well. Now on KuCoin it has got a special tag, which means it's limited about what you can do. The liquidity is super low there, so it's actually quite difficult to actually buy and sell ZoidPay there. The better option for the moment might be Xportal, if you can bear being on the Multiverse X blockchain. If you want to know more about this, just leave a comment down below and I'll make more videos about, ZoidPay and the way it's going to go with the other token and the another app. I think it's going to be really big in 2026. That's what I think. I'd love to know what you think, so let me know in the comments down below. And above all, tell your friends.
Please note that this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. Any information or opinions provided are not guaranteed to be accurate or complete. Always conduct your own research before making any financial decisions. A full legal disclaimer is in the description of each video and live stream.